Mr. Speaker, will you please call the House to order?
The bill is passed.
We'd like to get a budget that represents the interests of the people who are standing here with me now.
To be part of the struggle to achieve a better society for
We
all.
want to build stronger neighborhoods, vibrant communities, and make New York a more affordable place to raise a family.
Welcome to Assembly Update. I am Assemblymember Angelo Santabarbara, representing the 111th Assembly District, which includes Montgomery County, parts of Albany County, and parts of Schenectady County. And in Schenectady County, my guests today are going to be talking about a very exciting project. It's going to be labeled NYSID Works, and we had NYSID on a show before. Jennifer Lawrence is back, actually, to explain this project. She's the manager of corporate communications, and a partner in this exciting project is the MiSci Museum, which we've heard all about. Also in Schenectady County, Mac Sept, who's the president of MiSci. Welcome, Mac.
Nice to be here again.
So we talked about NYSID on a previous show and all the wonderful things you're doing for our community, and I can't believe it's been 40 years.
I know.
So Jennifer, we talked a little bit about what NYSID does in the community, but we touched on your sort of a celebratory event to mark this milestone of 40 years. And what's unique about this is you're not really having a typical event where it's going to be held at a gala or it's going to be held at one particular location. This is going to be a community event, isn't it?
Yes, a statewide from Buffalo to Long Island with a big stop in the Capital District, because we have member agencies in just about every county in New York State. And what that means is they have employment programs, and NYSID turns business opportunities into jobs for New Yorkers with disabilities. So to honor our anniversary, to recognize it, we wanted something that spoke to what happens every day at NYSID, and that is that people work. And so we asked our member agencies to join us in a day of service. It's a celebration of work by working. And so we chose a fall theme just because it seems the right thing to do. And many of our member agencies do work that involves beautification. We clean buildings, we clean outside buildings, we do a lot of landscaping work for colleges. I'll be filming at SUNY Stony Brook next week, some landscapers who are people with disabilities. Many of our member agencies run horticulture programs, so it's just like growing and the greening of New York State in conjunction with our anniversary just made sense. And we thought it would have great meaning to what we all do every day, which is to give people opportunities. And
as part of this, I see you mentioned working, and I see the rake. I'm going to hold up the shirt here, the NYSID Works logo, and I think they just flashed it up with the rake. So it's a great theme to it. And one of your partners, or the partner that's sort of helping sponsor this, is MiSci Museum. And that's why Mac is here to talk about this project in the city of Schenectady, a project that's been sort of we've been looking at for a little while now, right, Mac?
Yes, yes. Well, MiSci has 4 acres adjacent to Vale Park, and our front door is a park with a locomotive in it that needs serious attention. And so this is a wonderful opportunity for us to work with some of our existing partners, because we already do things with the Schenectady ARC. To make this part along Knott Terrace Heights more beautiful and inviting for people who come to the park and who come to the museum.
And I know we have some pictures we're going to show in a little while here, but this is something that is, when it's finished, it's going to give access to the community. People are going to be able to use this.
Yes,
as
it'll
intended.
be much more inviting, much more beautiful, and I know it'll be much better used.
We've all seen the locomotive if you've driven through Schenectady, the orange and the orange color, and there it is right there up on the screen. So as part of this project, there's some cleaning up to do. We see some vegetation that's grown in on this, but there's also some new items that are going to be added. We're going to be planting things, right?
Yeah, we'd like to first of all cut all the brush that needs to be cut, and there's quite a bit, and weed. And take the weeds off of the pavers, because the pavers are almost covered up with weeds, and take it back to its pristine condition. And then we'd like to do plantings that are more easily maintained and more fitting for the climate. Some of the plantings that exist in the park are not really appropriate.
And in completion of this project, I'll talk about walkable communities. This is really going to allow people to be able to walk from one side to the museum to the other side,
right,
without having to go on to traffic bound near traffic.
Yes, and moreover, the park connects by a set of stairs that goes up to the museum, and those need to be. There's a lot of brush that needs to be cut. The stairs and the pathway are almost covered.
Oh, and it's just this is such a great idea from NYSID, and it's great to see an organization like MiSci coming together with NYSID to bring in other partners as well, right, Jennifer? And some of the other partners, we talked about ARC.
Yep.
Who are some of the other partners?
Well, we're hoping for some folks from the Autism Society. Certainly would love the community of Schenectady businesses and families to pay attention to our event, to follow it on Facebook, to tweet things that they find interesting. Just create a bigger sense of what MiSci brings to their community, and perhaps go there if they haven't been there. I think sometimes you need to remind people of what's right here at home to do on a Saturday or a Sunday. I mean, even this beautiful Capitol building is full of history and knowledge that people forget at art. You just need to be, I guess, intellectually curious about what's right there within an easy distance of your community. And so that I think that will be an offshoot to the program, is that people reconnect to their communities. And again, this is happening at 20 other events in different parts of New York State. At Buffalo Zoo, there's an Adopt a Highway, there's some habitat projects. This is just, everybody will be out in their own communities giving back and raising awareness of what they have to offer. And ultimately, people with disabilities will be showing what they can do.
And I think that's really important. I think one of the great things about this is the NYSID and the allied agencies create this social capital where they put people with disabilities to work, and they become productive citizens, and they lead better lives, and they contribute to our economy and the quality of our life. And I just think it's a wonderful partnership.
And it really does. It speaks to the mission, and the fact that it's unique. I think people are taking notice of that, and people are commenting and trying to see how they can get involved. And along those lines, I know you mentioned Twitter, you mentioned Facebook. NYSID is on both of those, actually.
Yes.
LinkedIn and all the social media sites. I know they're going to flash them up in a second here, so people can follow and learn more about NYSID through any of these social media sites, and also your website.
Yes.
Very interactive, a lot of information on there. So if there's anything we missed on this show, you can certainly find it on that website. And along those lines, MiSci is on Twitter quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, Twitter and Facebook, and we have a website, and of course we'll link in with NYSID so that people can go back and forth and see what's going on.
We've been pretty good about involving organizations. We heard a lot of names, familiar names actually, and I know Liberty ARC is another part of the district in Montgomery County that's going to be doing an event as well, so we'll be stopping by there. But places like ARC's, Autism Society, those are familiar names that we all know, and to see these groups come together, this is a very powerful event because it brings so many together, and everybody wants to help out. And I know we have volunteer, and we have a lot of hands that are going to be helping. But how else can people help? Can people make donations? Can people provide things for this project?
In terms of donations, if people want to do that, it should go directly to MiSci or programs at Schenectady ARC. I mentioned that they have this greenhouse initiative at Maple Ridge Center. I mean, you could donate directly there or to the organization itself, Autism Society. And NYSID does not receive donations. We sell for a living, so we definitely want anybody who's interested in making a financial support to do it to these organizations. We're going to buy what we need, hopefully, from the Pine Ridge, Maple Ridge Center, so if people want to help out with that, that's fine. But we just, awareness is really important, but certainly donations are important to these nonprofits.
Sure, and turning back to Mac for MiSci, what are some of the things people could, I mean, obviously financial donations they can make.
Well, in-kind donations as well. We'll probably be using mulch and extra pavers and plantings, cutting tools, some other things. We have some, but I don't think we have enough for 36 to 45 people.
So the use of actually the actual tools that we use,
Right.
but also things like pavers.
And we'll put a list of that on our Facebook and website just so
Okay.
people can go to it and see it.
Wonderful, and they can again. MiSci also has a very good a website that I've gone on, and people can also stop by and visit the museum and ask questions in person.
We'd love that.
Quite possibly they could take a look at the area that we're looking to sort of.
Yeah, this is just really the first step in sort of revitalizing these series of lots along Knott Terrace Heights and Vale Park.
And MiSci has just had a series of events, and really the museum is about bringing families together and spending some time, and it certainly fits in perfect with this. I know that there's a lot of other activities that have been unveiled this year, and certainly seeing you be a part of this speaks to the mission of MiSci as well.
Well, we do, nonprofits have to, the way we survive is collaboration. And I think my grandmother taught me you're judged by the partners you keep, the company you keep. So we're always proud to be in such good company.
So Jennifer, some of the other area events going on, we mentioned Liberty, we mentioned some of the other people watching that may not be in the Schenectady area.
Okay.
How would they, again, contact through NYSID to try and figure out where their local event may be? It may not be Schenectady, it may be something in Montgomery County or something out in Buffalo. Is there a place where they could find out where the closest event is so they can participate?
If they wanted to make a donation, they could certainly call NYSID's number or catch us through our contact us and the website, and we would certainly, if people want to, think globally but act locally. There are many ways that they can do that. I mean, there are other projects going on here down in Schoharie County. The Warren, Washington, Albany counties chapter ARC has a project going on. We will definitely allow people to give their money to something that is close to their heart.
That's wonderful, and it's just I can't speak enough about this project. If you want to learn more about it, I really suggest if you're watching, visit the NYSID website. And during the day, September 17th, follow us on Twitter, Facebook. MiSci will certainly be there. I know they'll be posting pictures and photos and monitoring the progress, and it's going to be a wonderful, successful event. I know because we have so many great partners. And of course, look for the finished product. We're going to have pictures when it's done. I want to thank you both for being on the show. Thank you, NYSID, for all that you do in our community. Thank you, Jennifer, for what you do, and happy anniversary.
Well, could I also say thank you to you for taking the lead on bringing us together.
Yes.
We wouldn't be here without your support.
I appreciate that.
We do appreciate your leadership
And
on this.
thank you to MiSci for all that you do for our community as well. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, more about great organizations like MiSci and NYSID. When we come back, more on Assembly Update.